Okay, so we're back with Ray today on the 57 Ford F250. It's been a while since we had an update, hasn't it, Ray?
Sure is, yeah.
He thought I was missing in action.
Talking months.
Months. I've got the radiator. We're going to just put that in because we've got the spacer for the fan was worn away because it's made out. What's it made out of? Some cast
alloy.
Cast alloy, and it sort of wears away. So got a few replacements.
This one.
Yeah, that's the original.
Just wasted away on the.
Yeah, you can see how it's worn in there. And then, so I've got this other one, which is different, because they're kind of hard to get for some reason. Then I've got a few aftermarket ones which aren't any good, but maybe they'll be good for another car in the collection. Maybe. I keep telling myself that when I get the wrong parts, you know what I mean? It'll be good for another car. So I've got this one here, and so Ray's going to just measure it up. It's got to have a bit of machining done, and hopefully this guy, I know Barry will do that. I'm sure Barry will be more than happy to help there. Thanks, Barry. Well, thank him in advance.
We'll have to machine that end out to a 3/4 inch.
Yeah. So we'll measure that up, and I'll take that with me. And then the other thing is this, which is the battery tray, which has got to go over on the passenger side, the right side of the vehicle. But it's very narrow because it's made for those old 50s sort of batteries. So I'm going to get a better base, a wider base, and then see if I can get Barry to also weld that in place on these hangers, so I can use a normal size battery. But still got to be careful it doesn't interfere with the rocker covers or any other part of the engine. So yeah, so that's where we're at. We're now just going to put the radiator in and do some measurements just to make sure that that spacer, which is a little bit longer than the original, will still give us enough clearance with the fan and the radiator. So we'll see how we go with that. Okay, this is another one in the category of cheap knockoff items. This cheap spring, I mean that, I don't know if it's going to stay there. What do you think, Ray?
No. It's no good.
It's not going to do the job.
It's going to.
So you buy these cheap parts from supposed specialists, the parts are from you know where, places we can't discuss, and they're just crap. So anyway, guys, if you see one of these for sale for your F truck from the 50s, just don't buy it. Keep the original. Or find a new old stock from Ford Motor Company, made in USA, but don't buy the other knockoff crap.
Talk about the radiator.
Yeah, and I guess the other point on the radiator is you buy the radiator, again, designed and supposedly for the vehicle, but then the mounting holes don't actually match up. So I mean, that we've put that one in there temporarily for the spacing for the fan, but then you can see the lower radiator outlets on the subframe should be up there. So we've got to basically drill some new holes in there. But again, you know, these people make these parts, just put some extra holes in there. So maybe if it fits a 56, a 57 or a 60 or whatever it is, but don't say it fits a 57 if the holes aren't where they're meant to be. It's just annoying. Anyway, joys of old vehicle restoration. Okay, Ray, what's the story with this crossover pipe for the exhaust manifold?
Just if the actual fitting, the holes are not in the exactly right place to line up with the manifold. They're going to have to be modified to fit it both sides.
Which is funny, you can tell it's been made specifically for this purpose, and I wouldn't think there'd be that much variation in these things, but...
Yeah, that would normally be made on another manifold.
Right.
Preferably on the engine, and they just fabricate the flange, weld it on, to get all these angles right.
And then in the centre part where there's a joint, you have to put some sort of a...
I'll just put some seal in here to make sure that's not leaking at all.
Yeah.
Once we get this fitted to here.
Yeah.
Just another little job that you shouldn't really have to do.
So I guess I'll try and obviously work on these radiator hoses, because I had ordered the bottom hose and they'd sent me the top hose. I don't want people to get an impression that this is just an ongoing story of the wrong parts, either poor quality or wrong.
Except that it is.
We're still laughing though. Well, I am. Ray's not probably.
See here.
Yeah.
That one's roughly on.
Okay.
See the difference here?
Oh yeah. Yep.
It's half a mile out.
Yeah. Okay. once that's done, obviously radiator hoses, how much, what's left in terms of like attempting a start and a run?
Battery carrier's got to be modified and fitted.
Yep, I'll get Barry onto that.
Yeah, make this all work.
Yep.
We need to put the fan on.
Yes.
Add some water in it.
Yep.
Because you need to run it for a fair period of time to make sure everything's good.
Yep. You just run water initially before we put coolant in there, don't you?
Sure,
yeah.
Just ordinary water to make sure there's no leaks and everything's right.
I guess put some oil in the engine too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I know you got that thing, no oil.
Yeah, no oil.
Yeah.
Get the fuel system working, which is pretty straightforward.
Yeah, no leaks in the carby and all that sort of stuff.
And a bit of electrical work with the new coil, the rotor, and a bit of tidying up of all this wiring nonsense here, all this junk.
Right, okay. And you were saying that the brakes, you've probably got to do a little bit more bleeding, but they're pretty well feeling okay. You've got a pedal.
Need to final bleed and adjust to bring it up.
And what about the clutch?
Full pedal, same story.
Right.
We won't know what the clutch is like till the engine runs.
Can you feel, what about have you tried just manually engaging the
Oh yeah, the gearbox.
Does it feel okay or does it feel loose?
Gearbox all shifts and does all the right things.
How loose does it feel, or it's a bit hard to tell, or?
It is hard to tell till it's actually the engine's running.
Right, okay.
Back it off the horse.
But it seems to be going into gear without too much drama.
It's got all the gears, the clutch operates.
4-speed manual, is it?
4-speed.
Yeah.
And,
does it have a lockout on reverse, or is it just...
not a lockout as such, but
it's up and out of the way, is it?
Yeah, I just forget the pattern.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Crossing over, so you can't...
Probably over to the left and up, I'd imagine. I don't know.
Not sure.
Work it out.
It's straightforward enough.
Yeah.
It's it's spring loaded, so
okay.
You've got to go to a lot of trouble to reverse.
Yeah.
When you don't want
to. Yeah. You're not going to use it as an emergency brake system. Hopefully not. And you adjusted the handbrake and everything, haven't you? You did that a while ago.
Yeah, it works. The cable's not real flush, the front cable, but it's It's satisfactory.
Okay.
So it's still a little way off.
Well, with a single master cylinder for braking, a good handbrake is definitely a good thing to have, isn't it?
Yeah, otherwise you're going to do what's already happened to the front.
Yeah, hit a bison or something, or a deer or something, or worse.
Very large rabbit.
Yeah, that's right, or a wombat. All right. Okay, Ray. Well, thanks very much. Appreciate all the work you're doing on this truck, and I know it's a big, long project, and I think the parts issues are certainly not helping, but it makes me feel better to know that your Jaguar has the same issues.
Yeah, well, that's right. We all get there eventually.
Yeah, that's his Jag over here. What is it, a Mark?
Mark 5, 1951.
1951 Mark 5, so... Yeah, when Ray has orders parts and triple checks them and they still send the wrong ones, that makes me feel better about my truck.
No consolation, but...
Yeah, anyway, it is what it is, but they are worth it, aren't they, Ray?
In the long run, probably.
Yeah. That's as good a, most positive answer as I'm going to get today. All right, well, thanks again for watching, and appreciate everyone's support, and please subscribe. You've got the button in the lower right hand of the screen, and please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Say good night, Ray.
Good afternoon.
Functional styling now can be yours in a truck. Here's Ford's 1957 pickup with style side body, standard at no extra cost. These straight back sides give you the largest pickup body in the truck industry. And when you take the wheel, you'll experience new comfort, riding and handling ease that's mighty close to that of a car. Test ride Ford Style Side at your Ford dealer.